Welcome to the Daily WIP, where we discover that everyone is becoming a media company. Today we talk about how you can become a media company, and we talk to a power company that is becoming a media company from 1 video a year to 12 videos a month. I always forget to introduce myself in that intro. I've been told that you have to do the intro in under 3 seconds, and I should just say, hi, I'm Rollo, and welcome to Whipster. So, part 1 of the show today is me ranting at you about how you can become a media company. In the morning I talked to between 3 and 5 customers on video calls for about half an hour, and one of them, who is unnamed at this stage, but I might try and get him on the show, one of them was saying he makes videos, he does all these videos for customers, they ask for 1 video, maybe a couple, or maybe 3, a series, and he's trying to get them onto the idea of going, you need a content schedule, you need to actually have something that people can follow, some sort of thread. And he's trying to convince them to, look, just sign up for 100 grand a year, get these videos, and you're going to have something for your audience to follow with. Otherwise, you have a video, they turn up, they watch it, and then they go away again. And when I asked him, how are you selling this to them? He says, oh, I email them, sometimes a bit of cold calling with new ones. I try and follow up with, maybe try and get to their office, try and talk to them. And I'm like, you're trying to sell them video as a content strategy, and you're not using video, and you're a video guy, and you've been an actor in a previous life. This is incredible. This is the perfect opportunity for you to just jump in. So we talked about him going and making a 1-minute video and then doing a series of 10 of them, and just about the value to that customer about having a series, about having a content schedule. So nothing about trying to sell his stuff, nothing about trying to sell that he can make them for them, or I've got a drone, bro. There's nothing about that. I mean, wish we had a drone. Are we ever going to get a drone?
I think we have
Okay, we might get a drone. We're going to get a drone. First of all, we have to get a better microphone, and then we get a drone. So we're talking, and then it hits him. He's like, oh my God, I should just make these videos. And then all he comes up with is excuses why the production value has to be good, he's too busy, he's got so many schedules, And I was like, dude, we're talking on a video call right now. You could just be recording this, and this is your video, and you send it to them, and then you've begun. You know, it can be average to start with, and you just get better over time, right? And so from there, he was just jazzed, and I've given him a challenge: make the first video in the next 3 days and post it to us, and maybe we'll show it on the show. So that's just a little thing for everyone to go. Especially if you're selling video, why not use video to sell more of your video? We've got another company who I'll tell you about in a couple of days, who is making a video for us about how they make video, and it was scary to get on camera to start with, and then they got over it, and now they feel great. So it's happening, but it's that, just realize that it's video first. Use that video to sell that video, and make sure that the video you make is about the value to the customer, not about your product. Speaking of which, I do just want to what a glorious segue. I do just want to momentarily show you something. A couple of nights ago, as the babies were asleep, I made a little 13-second teaser for something that's coming out this week. So I just want you to watch it now. We're pretty excited. Image review is coming later this week. It's launching in about, 2 days?
Almost, yeah. I think.
Almost 2 days.
Yeah.
Lots of hard work from the team. Lots of hard work from Brian, Jimmy, Colin, and design from Lisa. Do you think maybe we should talk to one of them?
Yes.
Who should we talk to?
Yeah, BTS.
BTS.
Colin the Irishman.
Behind the scenes. Yeah, BTS. There's no one called BTS who works here. We're not.
Oh, good for BTS.
Come on, okay, BTS. All right, let's bring in Colin. We've got Colin here, front-end developer here at Whipster. So tell us, Colin, what was the hardest bit of building image review? Because it's not easy building software.
No, I think from a technical and personal perspective, with the image review stuff, Zoom was quite hard. Yeah, I kind of put it on the back burner for a while and tried to do it as the last thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because really coming from video, we were dealing with a 16:9 ratio constantly,
Almost
and
all the time. Yeah.
almost all the time, yeah, exactly. And our viewport again as well is in a kind of a very landscapey size, bringing to the mix images which can come in all different sizes of ratios and orientations and stuff like that. So, and then we have to fit that into a landscape viewport. Yeah, that was I think for me. Yeah, for me anyway, because I was the one that had to code it. So yeah, it was quite difficult.
Tough times.
Yeah.
And does that mean that we might see some changes about square video, portrait video coming out soon as well?
Yeah, I think we can definitely do some better. We handle it, but not, I don't think, in the greatest of ways. But I think we can definitely improve on that, and the things that we've learned from image review, we can bring
lots
that.
Of learning.
Yeah, lots of learning. We can bring that over to video review.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you.
No worries. Yeah.
Did you get this the other day? Or is it the same old one?
Had the photos.
Same one. Well, you went to the photography camp, the shop the other day. Did you buy anything?
Yeah, we got
the lapel mic?
We got this thing.
Oh, the cord.
Yeah, so because otherwise this was just stuck up here.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's useless. Yeah.
Up next, we talk to Jess from Flick Energy, a power company, who've gone from 1 video a year to 12 videos a month. So here at Flick Energy, so I'm here at Flick Energy with Jess, who is brand manager. GM brand?
GM brand.
GM brand manager.
Look after all things brand.
All things brand. It's an emotional job. So today we're going to be talking about not just brand,
Yes.
but how companies like Flick, which is an electricity company, power company for consumers, how you're dealing with video and how video is helping you get there, and the delta between where you want to be, where you are, all those things. So just give us a little view in what you are doing today with video.
So we're. I was thinking about this morning because you were coming in, and there's definitely been a big flip in the importance of video in our content mix over the past, probably the past 6 months particularly. And I think that's, it's market driven obviously. All brands are using video more, and it's getting easier to make video, and it's getting cheaper, and I think viewers' expectations of video are changing. We were just chatting before about they're probably willing to take a bit of a hit on production value as long as the video keeps coming, and overall it's interesting and overall it's entertaining, and they're not as worried about the finer details so much anymore, in particular channels anyway. So I think we've definitely been led by the market in that regard. We're making more video. We've got I counted this morning, we've got 12 videos in production at the moment, which and to give you a comparison, we've got 2 written blog posts in production at the moment. We've got 1 customer interactive in production at the moment.
Is that
video
a big
is huge.
Is that a big flip? So in the last 6 months, maybe
Absolutely.
more blogs, more other things.
Absolutely, and so we've actually, with the blog one particularly, we've made a really conscious decision that over the coming 6 months, we want every second piece of blog content to be a vlog. So we've gone, okay, that's the goal.
Yeah.
But we're also making other little videos that we insert into written blogs. And interestingly too, all of those videos we're making at the moment, bar one, are less than a minute. So it's short. It's and they all serve different purposes. They're all a little bit stylistically different. They're intended for different channels, but
what made you choose under a minute?
I think it's just we're quite critical of our own work, and I recorded a piece last week, and the first cut came in at 3.5 minutes, and the team just said to me, "Jessica, it's boring. It is boring." I'm like, okay, all right, just. Tone down the feedback. But
it is emotional. It's hard.
It is boring. So they can look at it critically and go, nobody wants to listen to you for 3.5 minutes, no matter how interesting the content might be. It's a long time to command someone's attention.
Oh, that's the thing. I mean, the thing there is that the thing that video does is that it is a curated experience of getting stuff into someone's head.
Yeah.
When you read a blog or when you look through someone's page, it's not curated to the sense that they are choosing what they look at next. They click around. A video is completely didactically controlled.
It totally is.
And so if you control it, and maybe not quite so good at the timing yet, in terms of a filmmaker,
Yeah.
it is just boring.
Yeah.
It's like scrolling through a site slightly slower than you want to. You're like, "Jeez, come on,
Get me to the end.
too boring."
Yeah. So we've chopped,
Okay,
we've
so
chopped
short,
it
okay.
up. We chopped it up into 3 pieces,
Right.
and with our vlog pieces, they're pretty new to us. So we're still figuring out what format works for us. But we're doing them. We're shooting them against white, and then we're drawing supporting graphics into the background.
That's cool, yeah.
So yeah, and I think that's good for our audience. So they get the human, but they also, we kind of pride ourselves on accuracy and data and transparency, and we're a tech company, so they kind of get that as well as the human.
Yeah. So what made you choose right now to do 12 videos, whereas say in the past you may have only done 2? What was it? Was it a business decision? Was it budget? Was it emotional? Was it the market?
I think it's the market. It was the market, seeing all the brands that we look at starting to move in this direction. But I also think it's so much more effective way to tell our stories. So, you know, when you're writing, your temptation is to write everything you know, no matter how hard you're trying to be concise. Or even when you're creating a display ad that's got 3 or 4 frames, like you're forcing the user on this journey through a set of frames. Whereas, particularly with the vlog video, you're relying on making an engagement with that person as if they were in front of you, and I think it just changes the nature of the storytelling, and I think it makes it more concise, and it makes you get to the point a lot quicker, because I don't want to bore you to tears. You know, I'm imagining my audience there, and I think a lot of that was just kind of part of our ethos. We're all about making something quite complicated really simple for people, and talking to people like they're people.
So let's talk about how you're producing your video now. How much of it is in-house? How much of it is outsourced?
Yeah, so I would say at the moment the final production of everything is out. Bar little things we're making internally for Instagram and stuff, which we do quite a bit of that ourselves. So that's just shot on a phone. They might be between 10 and 15 seconds, and it will typically be around something that's happening in the office. Or we've got a big relationship with the comedy festival, so we did some Instagram stuff for that, and we actually did some comedian takeovers. So they just shot videos of themselves getting ready for their shows.
That's cool.
Yeah, which was cool. But all of our stuff that's actually produced video is all being finished out of house, although in a lot of cases we're producing all the assets in-house. So if there are graphics or aspects or illustrations that can be parts of animations and things like that, we're producing them in.
Right.
But it's interesting, I've been grappling with this question over the last sort of month or so, as we've been accelerating the level of video that we're doing, and I think the time will come pretty quickly where we get at least an animator in-house and then probably a filmmaker in-house, because it's just, you know, I would say in a year's time we'll be producing very little that isn't video. If we're at the point today where we've got 12 videos on the go, we had a strategy session this morning. We're planning out 4 fresh work streams. We're working through the assets. And at the end of it, my production manager said to me, I may as well just be a video production manager. I was like, this is where everything's going.
That's it.
And this has also been a big shift in marketing teams, is that all the skills and all the IP has always sat with the experts out of house. And don't get me wrong, the experts out of house are experts, but it doesn't mean that producing everything should be the sole preserve of external providers. I think we've got a responsibility if we're going to build a great marketing, a great generation of marketers behind us, is to actually give them the tools and the skills and the education they need to be great producers of content, because that's what the future is.
What a great ending statement.
Cool.
I'm going to end on that. That's what the future is. Thanks, Jess. It's pretty illuminating seeing how these tech companies, just any sort of company really, is able to really grab onto video and do it their own way. I think people sometimes get scared about it being a mess. They've got in-house, they've got freelancers, they've got agencies, they've got brand work, they've got training videos, all these things, feeling like it's a mess that they don't have a system for all of it. People don't need to worry. It's really, we're in this transition phase together. We're all trying to be media companies, so don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine that you've got 7 different people doing things and you feel like you could tidy it up to maybe 3 different work streams. It's fine. This is the end of episode 2. You've made it to the end of episode 2. Whoever thought we'd ever get to episode 2? I mean, this journey has been...
Episode 1 was the one for me.
That was it. Like, always. People actually just wanted episode 1, and they're like, that's it, we're done.
We're proving it now.
Yeah, we're done. I mean, I mean, it's taken, what is it? Oh, we're so deep in this. Episode 2, we never thought we'd ever get here. Yeah, we just want to thank the Academy. So tomorrow, episode 3, we are going out for lunch with the team, and we are getting pretty deep in agency land. We talked to an agency about what they're seeing deep in the heart of America, what they're seeing in terms of customers, marketing departments, other companies, about capturing what is their story and how do you tell it, and how do you tell it over episodic content. That's tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Oh, and I keep forgetting to do this. And don't forget to subscribe and write some comments below. Thank you.